All right, so if you're suffering from stagnancy and it's starting to show up in your life in a way that makes you restless, bored, or even angry with the quality of your life, you don't need more strategy and you don't need to set more goals and you don't need to watch more videos. What you do need is momentum in the direction of the things that you actually want. Now, bear with me because what I'm about to tell you is going to trigger you because you're getting called out, all right? So, you've probably done it all. You've used AI to brainstorm the perfect plan of action to help you achieve your dreams. You've created dream boards on Pinterest. You've bought courses. You've joined masterminds. You've traveled to the point where you've gone on retreats. You've journaled, and now you have this incredible clarity about what you want and why you want it. It's clear that the life you're living so far is not a match to the version of you that you've imagined yourself being. And that's because the identity that you're embodying today is not a match to the identity that you've been creating in your imagination. As of now, you know as much as you can know. So be proud of yourself for having the courage and the audacity to dream a new dream, to dream a new identity. But the next steps, those next steps are the steps that you're resisting. And it's in the outcome of those steps that you're going to be able to find that next level that you've been searching for. Those next level experiences are going to shape your life. And you probably don't want to hear it because it's the thing that you're resisting the most. But the thing that you're resisting the most is probably the thing that's going to help you experience a new type of air that you want to be breathing, a new batch of sensations that you want to be feeling, or a new perspective about yourself and the world that will help you unlock and unblock all the things that continue to keep you where you are. I mean, it seems like common sense, right? Because it is. The actual process of knowing what to do, that's the simplicity of manifestation. If you start taking action on the things that you resist, the outcome of taking those actions is going to get you to the next level. It's obvious, right? Your plans are in motion only when you create that first step or that second step or that third step. And of course, you're going to encounter a big wall or a big dragon or a scary demon or a traumatic memory or maybe even a false illusion that's going to get in the way of your path. That is expected. You're used to that. Imagine what would happen though if every obstacle that gets in the way gets conquered though. I'll tell you what would happen. New life, new strength, new visions, and an empowered identity of self that you are going to have to face. The new identity is going to emerge, and that's what you've been asking for. When you say you want all these things, what you're actually asking for is, I want to embody a new identity. The reason you're experiencing stagnancy is because the identity that you are currently embodying is outdated. There's an identity that you have imagined for yourself that is beyond who you are being now. And the more you put it off, the more you put off embodying the type of choices and decisions that the version of you in the future, that identity will be making, the more you're going to stay the same. The stagnancy is slowly eating away at your dreams. You've been putting off those next steps. By generating momentum, the life that you envision for yourself will start to take shape. But without momentum, you're going to stay exactly where you are. And that you know. So think about it. What's that one or that those two steps that you know that you have to take that you've been avoiding? It could be the most boring thing ever. That's probably why you're avoiding it because it's not exciting. If you say you don't know, then I'm just going to call bullshit on that because the clarity that you're seeking is behind the veil of honesty that you're avoiding. And if you think that you have to perfectly decide on exactly what the next steps are, don't be fooled by the belief that you have to have everything figured out to get started. If you're trying to avoid failure, failure is a necessity when you're creating a new identity. You're going to have to learn what doesn't work for you to filter out what does. Everything will start to change very, very quickly if you allow it to. But the only way that you'll allow it to is if you realize that it's not stuff or experiences that you're actually calling in, it's a new identity. And once you acknowledge that the identity that you want is the identity that you must claim now and have that way of being be what shows up for you, that's when you're going to start to take those courageous and scary steps. But the difference is you're not taking those steps in the old identity, you're taking those steps from the new identity. And that's where you start to align with what you actually want.